pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, I'm Chef Amanda Miller. I'm a baking and pastry instructor for the Culinary Institute of Michigan in Muskegon. I am a U.S. Army veteran, and I served 4 years with one deployment to Afghanistan.
Hello, my name is Terrence McMillan, and I am a Marine Corps veteran. My jobs in the Marine Corps were aviation supply specialist, low altitude air defense gunner, martial arts instructor for the Marine Corps, combat marksmanship coach, and I was also a recruiter in Lansing, Michigan. During my 11 and a half years in, I would have to say the most significant events would be the Marines that I molded and made better than what they were when they first came in. And the proudest moment would probably have to be when I put young men and women into the Marine Corps and changed their lives for the better.
This is Dr. John DeRosiak. I was in both the Army and the Air Force. In the Army, I was a clerk for a CID unit. Hooray for CID. In the Air Force Reserve, I was a ground radio operator and also commissioned as a communication systems officer. I was very, very proud when they pinned those bars on me and made me an officer. That was very special.
My name is Dennis Matthew. I served in the United States Navy from 84 to 88 as a machinery repairman. The proudest moment is my ship traveled to Yokosuka, Japan and spent 4 months repairing the U.S. aircraft carrier Midway. And I worked as an admissions advisor for Baker College here at the Owasso campus.
Good day and happy Veterans Day. My name is Staff Sergeant Josh Rutledge, and I'm a veteran of the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. I joined the Army Reserves in 2003 while I was attending Michigan State University. After I graduated from MSU with a degree in anthropology, I enlisted into active duty for 4 years, where I was a psychological operations specialist. This afforded me the ability to go through airborne school, language school for Persian Farsi, and SEER school. My time on active duty was also when I did both my deployments. After taking a couple-year break from service, I returned to the Michigan National Guard and have been drilling with my unit since 2012. I'm a recent graduate of Pathfinder School. Currently, I'm an active guard, or AGR, admin and CO for my company. I was flattered when asked to speak on this day, as it is a time for our community to reflect on their service and their time spent in uniform. For me, as I'm sure with many, it is a day of mixed emotions. On one hand, I met both my best friend and my wife while serving, not to mention the immense satisfaction that I derive from helping our nation and my local community in the Guard. On the other, I have missed many special occasions, sacrificed time and parts of myself, and lost people I served with. I would like to take this opportunity to give everyone, including other veterans, an insight into my own ever-evolving Veterans Day reactions. Over the years, I have wrestled with my own feelings for Veterans Day. I have talked with many other veterans that have similar feelings to my own. And while I don't want to speak for our community as a whole, I do feel that I'm not the only person this will ring true for. Also, this may be a way for non-veterans to get a view into the mind of at least one vet. As a veteran, fresh from the wars, I remember being angry. I was, of course, much younger, and the wars were too close for me to fully make sense of everything that I'd experienced. I'm sure I don't need to tell some of you that while deployed, everything that happens seems to be life and death. Even if you are a small, remote part of the war zone, there is constant fear that you live with that death can strike at any moment. When I returned home from my first deployment to Afghanistan, I was shocked to find that while I was worried about dying most days, the world had in fact gone on without me. This is a very destabilizing feeling that you get when you realize that all these moments that impacted your life in hundreds of ways are not going to be appreciated by the public at large, and the ways in which you were used to living in a combat zone are now detrimental to your place in everyday society. Even when well-meaning civilians call you a hero, it feels awkward because you know that you were just there trying to do your job as well as you could, and all you really wanted to do was make it home. As always, time and space from the wars help to heal these wounds. On Veterans Day lately, I have been much more pensive and thankful in general, and do not find that I am angry anymore. No, there is not a day that goes by that I don't think about the wars that I fought in. I suspect that will be true for the rest of my life. However, I now have come to a better understanding of my place within those wars and America as a whole. I know that civilians that have never experienced war will not understand exactly where I'm coming from all the time, and I'm okay with that. In fact, I'm thankful that not everyone in the U.S. has had to endure being at war. I'm thankful that we have the overwhelming support of the American people. I'm thankful that on Veterans Day we are recognized for the sacrifices that every veteran has made. Not every generation of veterans has been as lucky. And finally, I'm thankful for some of the opportunities that serving the military has afforded me. When enlisted into active duty, I was given the student loan repayment program as a bonus, and was able to totally eliminate all my student loan debt. The GI Bill then helped me pay for my classes I needed while attending the police academy and enabled me to become a police officer. I was able to transfer my GI Bill to my wife and help her earn her second bachelor's degree so that she could become a nurse and continue our family tradition of helping and serving. I've also been able to see many different parts of the world and interact with vastly different people from myself, enabling me to grow as a person. So on this Veterans Day, I encourage you to find what you are thankful for in your service and hold on to that. If you're a civilian and have never been to war, find some time to talk to a veteran, if they are open to it, and ask them about their experiences and perspectives. Free meals and discounts are always appreciated, but what I really want, and what I suspect most other vets want, is to be heard and understood. Thank you for your time.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose white stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight all the ramparts we watch were so gallantly strewn, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?